Today I'm going to be building a BLOXBURG house, but every room is going to be a different time period. For example, we've got the 1950s, the 1970s, the 1990s, and all the way to the Stone Age. And this idea was inspired by, I don't want to say this username, Alaska's Left Toenail. Okay, what is this? You guys have the weirdest username. If you guys want your video ideas featured in an upcoming video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and comment them down below. As you can see behind me, I've already got the shell of the house all complete. Literally, all we have to do is decorate the inside. But before we do that, let's name the plot. Ooga Booga, Queen Victoria. Yep, that's it. Get it? Because Ooga Booga, caveman. Okay, whatever, shut up. Anyway, and you're probably wondering, Alaska, how are you going to be able to pick the rooms? So, we're actually going to be doing this through a spinning wheel. And whatever the spinning wheel lands on is what the room is going to be. And this is the layout of the house. We've got the bathroom, the office, kitchen, dining, bedroom, and a living room. So I guess we can start off with the living room. The time period of the living room is going to be... Oh gosh, please don't be Stone Age. Please don't be Stone Age. 1920s. Okay. I already know the perfect idea for what I want to do for the living rooms. When I think of 1920s, I think of The Great Gatsby, which is a movie based in the 1920s. And a big style in the 1920s was Art Deco. So that's the theme we're going to go for with the living room. And I reckon for the floors, we can do some checkered tiles. Another thing I think of when I think of 1920s is the Peaky Blinders. But just go up to your parents and say, in order of the Peaky Blinders. Just do it, okay? Or we can do like wood for the floor. Okay, we've got all the checkered floors done. Now we just need like a signature fireplace because every 1920s house has like a big fancy fireplace. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you guys, but this morning I tried peanut butter and jelly on toast. I don't know what you Americans were talking about, but that was so bad. Here's a photo of like what I done. So I made peanut butter on one toast and I made jelly on the other, and then I toasted the bread and then just like put it together, and it did not taste the best. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But what the hell, but...
Or maybe I done it wrong. I actually don't know. Another thing 1920s houses had was chandeliers. We're gonna use cashmere for the light. If we want to give it that 1920s theme, we definitely need to use warm lighting. Okay, so we can have a fireplace back here, and instead of a TV, we're gonna have a painting. Was there even TVs in the 1920s?
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
I feel so stupid for asking that. Was there TVs in the 1920s? Oh, television became available in forms of the late 1920s. Oh, what? That was a TV? Can you imagine watching Netflix on that? Okay, but I stand corrected. There was no TVs in the 1920s. Well, they weren't very popular if they were anyway. So we can have a picture of Queen Victoria herself. Another thing we need is a custom-made rug. So all I do to make a custom-made rug is put a basic shape and a big chunky painting right there. And then using the transform tool, you can actually move this like onto the floor, and then you have a custom-made rug. Oh, I feel like these modern tiles are definitely Art Deco. Another thing with Art Deco houses is they had a lot of detail, especially in the wall. So we're going to use a lot of crown molding to really execute my little idea. Oh, and we can't forget drapes. Did I just call curtains drapes? I've been talking to Americans for too long. You know how everyone's like, I was born in the wrong decade. I think I was born in the wrong decade, but like too early. I wish I was like born in the future, you know? Actually, me driving a flying car, that's probably not going to end well. Like people who are like, I wish I was born in the Victorian era. No, you do not. Unless you're like Queen Elizabeth. Trust me, you do not want to live back in them days. Like, first of all, they didn't even have showers. So, what would you do if you felt dirty, huh? You couldn't like go out, have a shower. Disgusting.
Disgusting!
Now, people in the 1920s didn't have technology, so we're going to have a little painting stand here. Another old item BLOXBURG has is a gramophone, I'm pretty sure. Oh, there's these elegant stools. We can have a little elegant stool by the fireplace. And in most 1920s living room, they had a mixture of armchairs and sofas. So we can put an elegant chair there. And for our sofa, we can use... I feel like these tough sofas go with the vibe a little bit. Living rooms nowadays are so boring compared to like back in the day. Like that's the one thing I do miss about old houses. Like nowadays, most houses just look the same. They're all just white and modern and boring. But like back in the day, for example, the 1970s, they had really good furniture items. Actually, you know what? We need green couches. Every single 1920s house I saw, they had green couches or like purple couches. Oh my gosh, these uneven vertical stripes. Should we use that? Oh, you know what? We're using it. I don't even care. We're gonna have green couches with yellow pillows. Oh yeah, now we're talking. And then for our coffee table, we're just gonna use an ottoman, like a fancy ottoman in the middle, and have a massive flower bouquet. You know, we're gonna make these flowers yellow, and the fireplace definitely needs a statement piece. What we're gonna do is just place a few vases. Vases scare me. I remember I was at my friends once and they had a vase and I accidentally like knocked it down and it broke. Okay, so we get the rug right there. And then for the entryway, we're gonna have a little nightstand with a lamp. Because when I was looking at 1920s furniture, I saw a lot of these lamps. We can have some shopping bags, you know, after a long day, had a little shopping spree. We can have our daily newspaper on the floor. You know how they used to just like throw newspaper out to your front lawn? That job looks so fun. And on this wall, we can have a nice little gallery of fancy paintings. The last thing we need is some photo frames. Because I swear, people in the 1920s had big families, so you need to have all their family on the fireplace. So that is the 1920s living room. And now we can move on to the kitchen and dining. Okay, so the time period we're going to get for the kitchen is going to be... oh my gosh, don't be 2010. 2010. So a pretty recent kitchen. Well, I guess if we're having a 2010 kitchen, I feel like a suburban style would look good. Just like a traditional suburban kitchen. Or maybe a farmhouse style. You know what? At least I didn't get the Stone Age for the kitchen. That would have been scary. I feel like a traditional kitchen is pretty easy to do because I don't think style has like changed that drastically since 2010. Because I feel like people still use the same styles sometimes. When I think of a typical traditional kitchen, I think of these arch cabinets and counters for some reason. I have no idea. So we're gonna have the hood light here. This is where the oven's gonna go. We're gonna be fancy, darling. We're gonna have 2 ovens. You know a house is fancy when you walk in and they've got 2 ovens. I feel like traditional kitchens have been around forever. They just like slowly evolved. Okay, and we can't forget our big island bench. Actually, low-key, I might change my style. We're gonna have a wooden kitchen. Let me changing my style halfway through the challenge. I'm indecisive, okay? Don't judge me. Okay, changing the kitchen to wood was definitely the smart move. I feel like that was more popular in 2010. Like if you type up 2010 kitchen, this is literally what comes up. Also, I just came to a shocking discovery last night that my cat, Salem, he snores. What kind of cat snores? Like we're sleeping in bed and he starts snoring and I'm like, what is he doing? And for the lighting in the kitchen, we're just gonna use sleek ceiling lights. I feel like every house in 2010 used these lights. And on top of our island bench, we need like a fruit bowl. Oh, and we can set the table so it's like ready for breakfast. People actually set their tables up like this because this is the cutest thing ever. Everyone watching my video like, everyone does that, Alaska? And then for the chairs, we're just gonna use rustic chairs. You know what? I'm glad I went this way because this is definitely giving me 2010 vibes. With like beige wallpaper. Oh my gosh, stop, wait. And to make the kitchen more realistic, we can have some groceries on the island bench. Something about putting the groceries in these shopping bags is so cute. So this part of the kitchen is done. And then we've got the dining room. So we'll just put a elegant dining table. The good thing is about this dining table is I don't actually have to change the color. And for the chairs, we'll just use these upholstered dining chairs. The reason I'm not changing the color is because BLOXBURG is so old. BLOXBURG was made around 2010. And instead of placing placemats on the table, we're just going to put a rug, a lemon bowl, and some of these vases. And we also have an empty section at the back. So that would be perfect for a booth. And then for the table, we'll just use a basic shape because they're basic. The day I stop using basic shapes for my coffee table is the day you should be scared. Shaking in your boots, shivering your timbers. And the last thing we're going to add to our 2010 kitchen is a newspaper with some reading glasses. So grandpa can, you know, read the glasses, do some bingo. Okay, so now that we've got the kitchen done, it is time to work on the bedroom. And the time period I'm going to get for the bedroom is going to be the 1800s. Oh wait, you know what? I have the perfect idea. Why did my voice... Oh my gosh, please don't lose my voice. I will actually cry. Okay, I'm so excited for the bedroom. Considering we got the 1800s, I think the perfect theme would be a Victorian style bedroom. I'm talking Bridgerton. I'm talking Queen Elizabeth, mate. It's gonna be the most fancy bedroom you've ever seen in your life. We're gonna be so fancy, we're gonna use custom made wallpaper and put like a fancy painting above the bed. I'm so happy that I got the 1800s for the bedroom. And of course, for the curtains, we're going to use these fancy curved curtains. I feel like the Victorian era had such fancy materials and their clothes as well. We're also gonna have a green bedroom because my favorite color is like a mint green. Actually, if we want to be fancy, we can have gold wall trims. And for the furniture, we're gonna use the fancy furniture set. I'm talking fancy beds, fancy pillows. Oh my god, I've never used these pillows before, but I feel like I would definitely see it in like a Victorian style house. I am actually obsessed with Victorian style houses. This is another like 1800s bedroom, and I mean, look at the detail. We're actually gonna be so extra extra. We're going to use these fancy pillars. Yes, they are $500, but you can use advanced placement and make them like really small. And the reason I'm doing this is so I can put 4 along the edge of my bed and then put some plain high arches on the top. This is definitely going to be a new build hack. I feel like people are definitely going to use this. And not only this, we're going to go into basic shapes, semi-transparent cylinders, and add a bunch of them at the end of the bed so it looks like curtains. And so far, I feel like we're doing a good job. I just realized these are $700 each pillar. Oh, okay. I love being poor. It's fine. I'm a princess. I can do whatever I want. Okay, so we've got our bed. Oh my days, that is beautiful. Now we just need a fancy bedside tables. And in the 1800s, I don't even think they had lights. I feel like candles were very popular instead of lights. Were lights in the 1800s? Oh, okay. In the early 1800s, the first electric lamps were designed. Okay, so I guess we can have like fancy lamps. That's kind of cute. I feel like every princess should have her fragrance sprays by the bed. Oh my gosh, this bedroom is actually everything. And ironically, why do I want to live here? And in the 1800s, I feel like you would be bored. You wouldn't have your phone. You wouldn't know what to do. So we're going to have a book on the bed. Okay, we're also going to have another chandelier above the bed. Probably not safe having a chandelier literally right above your bed as you're sleeping, but it's 1800s, boy, we can do anything. Actually, you know what? Instead of a fancy mirror, we're going to have a vanity table. Every Victorian house has a vanity table. Every time I'm watching a TV show based in the 1800s, always be the girl just like staring at her mirror and doing her makeup. I don't think there was much makeup in the 1800s, so we're going to keep it very minimal. Maybe just some contour and like blush. Okay, and then opposite of this end, I want to have an armchair. Because when I was searching up 1800s bedrooms, they were so big. All of them had chairs in them. They had so many chairs, like so many. I don't know why you'd need that many chairs. And you know how you like wake up in the middle of the night and you want a little midnight snack? You can have a little fruit bowl right there. It'll probably attract fruit flies, especially in the 1800s. And just like that, our 1800s bedroom is all complete. So now we can move on to our office, which is in here. And the time period we're going to get for the office is going to be the future. Well, this is really up to me then. A futuristic office. Okay. So because we got future for the office, I feel like I'm going to do a cyberpunk theme. So we can start off by adding LED lights around the bottom and top of the office. Really make it light up. I actually love doing cyberpunk themes in Bloxburg. One day I want to do a fully cyberpunk theme house. Imagine we get Stone Age for the bathroom. Like two completely opposite themes. Okay, the LED lights already made it look so much cooler. I'm pretty sure there's like a futuristic light. Ah, there is. There's these modern light fixtures. I don't usually use them much, but we're going to use this and put this above our desk. And what's like a futuristic storage unit? I feel like you definitely see these tilted shelves. I don't even think you can put stuff inside of this. Let's have a look. Can I put a book in here? I can barely add any books in here. What is even the function of this if I can't place anything inside? For our actual bookshelf, we can place an empty modern bookcase. And we're going to be weirdos and paint all of our books white. Oh, I have no idea what this is. A planet sculpture. Oh, this is kind of cool. Okay. Pretty sure Bloxburg has globes. Oh, they do. Let's see if they have my country in here, okay? Oh, Australia. Oh my god, guys, it's me. Face reveal. I'm so dumb. Oh, you know what I feel like we should have? A projector. Actually, yeah, we're gonna have a projector on this wall. And I guess if this is the projector, we can paint this wall black so it like stands out more. I actually want to buy a projector for my room. I feel like that would be so cool. Okay, I've got a TV in our office. And for our desk, I'm gonna make this out of, oh, you guessed it, basic shapes. I want a really fancy desk. Something that I've never done before. So what if I add like 2 corner wedges and then add a semi-transparent cube on top? This desk is actually huge. Like I don't even think you'd need a desk this big. And you know what? I changed my mind. At the back here, what we're gonna have is actually some waterfalls. I don't know where the water is going, but it's the future. Nothing makes sense. Finally, we need our computer. And then opposite of my desk, we're gonna put 2 more chairs facing this way in case we need to have a very important business meeting. And you know what? We're gonna make this AV Enterprises. So just a massive AV on the wall. Okay, and I think that is our futuristic cyberpunk office all complete. So now the last room we have is the bathroom. Okay, and the time period we're gonna get for the bathroom is 1950. Oh, I already know. We're gonna have a pink bathroom because if you didn't know, in the 1950s, especially with interiors, there was lots of like fabrics with flowers. And in the 1950s, they were really big on like abstract designs. For example, like bold colors, stripes, polka dots, everything that just screams like boom in your face. That's what like a 1950s interior style was like. Okay, we're gonna have a checkered sink because in the 1950s, they were obsessed with like different materials. And yes, I added a pink sink. Don't judge me. You know what? We're gonna have the most fancy of fancy toilets. I feel like the mirrors they use in their bathrooms were kind of small. Oh my gosh, I don't know why, but this is so cute. You know what? This is a petition to bring back 1950s style or 1970s. I really wanted to get 1970s. This is looking insane, but like in the best way. So now what we can do is add a bathtub right along this wall with a sleek shower on top. And we need to add some shower curtains, but I don't know how I'm gonna do this. It's like not enough space, not enough space. We're gonna recreate what we done for the 1800s bedroom, but just do that in the bathroom instead. And then finally add a few shower curtains. I cannot believe I nearly forgot this. We need a washer and dryer. Like, hello, with some cleaning equipment, a few laundry baskets, and for the final touch, an obnoxiously yellow ceiling lamp. And yes, I will be leaving it that god-awful yellow color. So with the 1950s bathroom done, the house is complete and comes to a total of 141,000. So the first room we have is the living room, and for this I got 1920s, and as you can see I went with an art deco theme because art deco was very popular in the 1920s. We have a photo of Queen Alaska Violet. You may know her, you may not. I think this room was definitely my favorite. Everything just turned out so nicely. Like, suddenly I want a green kitchen in my living room. No, I'm literally obsessed with this 1920s living room. Like, the wallpaper is just mwah, chef's kiss. Now, the opposite of this 1920s living room, we have the futuristic office, as you can tell by the very minimalistic furniture. I wanted to keep this as clean and minimalist as possible, so there's not really much going on here. I love the massive projector that is currently showing Gordon Ramsay. I've never actually looked at this TV properly before. What is he doing to that fish? Gordon Ramsay, that is sinister. Anyway, this is the futuristic office. It's not my favorite room, but I kind of went for like a cyberpunk theme. And as you can tell by all the pink for the bathroom, we got the 1950s. I think this is the most time accurate as possible. Like, as soon as you walk into this bathroom, you can just tell this is from the 1950s. The green curtains, the yellow bathtub, all of the florals. It's just everything. Like, why do I low-key want a pink toilet in real life? And coming to the living room, we got the year 2010. Most 2010 kitchens like used a lot of wood. That's kind of what I went for. I was gonna go with like a modern traditional kitchen, but I feel like that was more 2020. I don't know why I made this kitchen so big. Like, it's literally huge. Not only do we have a massive island bench over here, we also have a massive dining room and a little booth section over here. This is where Grandpa reads his newspaper while having his morning cup of coffee. I am Grandpa. And then finally, for my bedroom, we got the 1800s, as you can tell by all of the fabrics going on in here, and the very large painting of Queen Victoria herself. So there's a lot of things I could have done for like the 1800s for the bedroom, but I'm glad I went with like a Victorian approach. I think that was like really fitting. I said don't know who these people are. Like, I literally just typed up Victorian era and these people came up. Like, hey, how you doing?
How y'all doing?
I wonder if they knew when they were taking that photo that like 200 years later they would end up in a BLOXBURG video. I think my favorite thing about this bedroom is definitely the bed, because I mean, hello, this is where we do our Victorian makeup. I don't even know if people in the 1800s had makeup. Like, I actually have no clue, obviously, because I wasn't born in the 1800s. So yeah, this is the bedroom. I really like the end result, but my favorite room in this house was definitely the 1920s living room. I'm just literally obsessed with the way it turned out. So let me know in the comments which room was your favorite. If you want to see me do another video like this, make sure to comment it down below, and I may potentially do your video idea in the future. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!